Good evening. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of our topping organization, Yog Vaashishtha evening session. नमस्ते, मैं सोमेश्वर आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के सायंकाल के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूँ. टुडे वी आर ऑन 187th सेशन. आज हम लोग 127वें सत्र में यहाँ पे पहुंच चुके हैं. Looking at the self enlightenment, how to implement the self enlightenment. Here Vashishtha Muni is sharing his own experience, how he is able to, he is describing himself, how his behavior is, how he is able to maintain his to remain in that state of being into Brahman, being into how that sthiti that can be maintained, how he is doing it. That is what is he will continue to explain today, and we'll look at it. And in addition to that, he gives few more logics. From the last 1 or 2 sessions, we are looking at different solutions, different upayas, how one can retain that position. He will tell that how few more logics sometimes retain into that state of being where you are in equanimous state and yet able to do all your daily routine, your daily vyavahara. So I welcome all our Zoom participants, all our YouTube viewers, and all our Facebook viewers to this today's session. Let's begin our session by chanting Om 3 times, and we'll continue the session. Aram se baith jaye. Let's sit comfortably. Spine erect. Shoulders relaxed. And let's bring back our attention to our breath. Take a deep breath in. And let go. Become hollow and empty. Khali ho jaye. You have done everything, whatever you wanted to do throughout your day. Now it's your time to relax. Take one more deep breath. And as you breathe out, relax totally. Breathe in for the Omkar chanting. Guru ka pawan kar. Let's awaken the divinity within. पुनः पुनः सच्चिदानंद रूपोऽहम् चिदोऽहम् चिदोऽहम् शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहम् शिवस्वरूपोऽहम् Let's express our gratitude towards the master. Guru Vandana कर ले. गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री श्री गुरवे नमः. Let us pray to the master. Whatever the words that come out of this mouth, whatever the actions that are happening, whatever the thoughts flow on to our mind, the power of discrimination that arises in our intellect, the impressions that might be getting created onto your memory, and still there is an iota of that I, me. Let that be inspired by the master alone. Pray like this. If you have already realized that there is nothing that can bind you, then let this remaining life be inspired by the master. Pray like this. Feel the presence of the master within and outside. And with gentle smile on your face, slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. धीरे धीरे अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो. Let's continue with our session. Here, Vashishtha is continue to interact with Rama, and he says that how does the one who is self-realized, the one who has already established into the Atma Swarupa, how their vyavahara, how their behavior is outside the world, when they perform their day-to-day routine activities, how do they perform, how do they live? So here Vashishtha Muni says, Rama, these people who are completely sankalparahit, now there are no vasanas, there are no cravings, there are no dvandva that is left in them. There is no sankalpa or there is no vikalpa there is left in them. No, they have achieved a state of completely sankalparahit. There is nothing wanting to do as such. No? They are doing all their activities, whatever based on the prarabdha karma, the sanchit karma. They are acting, they are playing their role fully the way it should be. Yet there is no iota of that I. There is no iota of that doership. There is no iota of that karta bhav, and there is no iota of that some experience comes while doing such activities. At that point of time, also there is not an iota of bhokta also, that I am the sufferer. I am not the doer, neither I am the sufferer. With that bhava, they are established and they continue to do their activities. So such a state is Vishaya and Vichara ready. There is no Vishaya. Vishaya means the outgoing tendencies of your mind to go and pursue pleasure from the outward activities. That thing is not there. That is completely dropped out of their system. And then in such a state, can really one says that they will really behave according to the scriptures, according to the shastras, according to the things which are written, that this is what it should be. Will they behave like that? Is there any such guarantee? Here Vashishtha Muni said that if someone will ask like this, so when the one who has gone into the self-realization, they have experienced that Atma Sakshatkara, if you see it from that perspective, the other things in there that wanting to do things, even if that has stopped, we cannot say that their behavior will be exactly like the one who is self-realized. But how they will be, they will say that they will not behave according to the prescription that do like this. No, how their behavior will be? Their behavior will be completely situation dependent. No, as the situation comes, they will continue to behave like that. Their behavior will be completely depending upon what is the need of the work. It's in that particular moment, what is it that is supposed to be done, even though it might appear on the perspective of external appearance, something which is going beyond or something which is not according to the shastras, still they will go and take such decisions and they'll be there. Because of that, it's being said that the people who are self-realized, they're very unpredictable. No, there is an iota of unpredictable. You cannot predict what will be their behavior. They will just do what is the need of the one. They'll behave like that. No, where they need to be calm, suddenly you find them somebody saying something to someone, no, pointing something to someone, that they will do just to show off the anger also. They will do this. So we cannot really predict their behavior. So like that, if you really see it from the perspective of why does all these things happen, why does even the Jnani Purush, when do their daily routine vyavahara, why does that sankalpa or that bahyata, that sankalpa vas, why does it appear like that when they do such things? So he says that at that point of time, it is really just like if you go in front of the mirror and then you happen to say, you breathe out there, the fog will get, and how does that drishya, that scenery will be there? How does the mirror, anything that you look at the mirror, how it will happen? It will be very hazy. No, there will not be so clear picture about that. No, you will not be able to see the clear picture in the mirror. Like that, all these things appears because of fear, because of that ignorance. That Chaitanya there, Atma is there. You are stit in that. You are looking it from that Sakshi Bhava. Yet there is an iota of this ignorance which is there. There is an iota of this external Maya which is there. Illusion is there. Delusion is there. What is that? You are not able to see that completely in its totality. And because of that, what was the happiness? But that is also just an ignorance. That is also not true. That is also just at the level of illusion or Brahma only. That is how it will be. So yet, if you see that Aham Bhava, that Bhava, why they appear to be doing things just like any other human being. So he says that even though when they come into, they go and do their routine activities, routine actions, at that point of time, it just appears as if they have that Aham Bhava. They have that iota of I. But in reality, no such things can actually exist into that Tattva, that Atma. It is free from all these things. That Ahanta Rup, that Ajnana Rup has actually taken down. It is no longer exists. And then that nectar of Paramaratva, with that they are really fulfilled. They are really trupta. But yet they will continue to fulfill all their day-to-day routine activities. No? So if you see that, how does this Jnani Purush, how does this Purush, the one who is enlightened masters, or the one who is applied this wisdom, no, about the self-realization. If you see it from the perspective that for them, you look at them, you will be able to, you will see something is different in them. No? something which is differentiating them from others, it will become very obvious. It's said that when that ignorance that has been removed from their system completely, then that Atma Prakasha, that knowledge, that wisdom will be very, very obvious, even though they seem to be performing the day-to-day routine activities, yet the way they look at those things, if some situation happened, you'll find that other people create panic. They'll suddenly become panic about the situation, but the one who is helping, the one who is there, are capable of remaining with themselves, they will look to be very calm in that situation also. They will not take any decision making very hasty and nasty manner. They will remain calm. They will see the situation, and they will see what is there, what is the need of the hour. Accordingly, they will see it be living. So if you say that in their time, if you look at them, the sansara dosha or that sandeha, that will not be there. Today itself we saw the knowledge sheet on the doubt. What is it that the one who is agyani? They doubt on the positivity, they doubt on the thing, but they don't doubt on their depression, they don't doubt on their misery, but they doubt their happiness. They do something which is positive in nature. But the one who is realized, the one who is wisdom, established in wisdom, at that place, that sansara dosha. What are the sansara dosha? The various things that we see, various vikaras, the greed, the jealousy, kama, krodha, lobha, the lust, all these things, pride, that will not be there in them. All the sansara dosha will not be there in them. And the sandeha will also, that sanshaya, that out also will not be there. You will not find them doubting on anything. Like that, they will also be sankalparahit. Sankalparahit, vikalparahit means the thought process will go on. The thought will come into their mind, but they will not hold on to any particular opinion. They will not hold on to any particular thought. They will not get into that, okay, this is what the thought that has come. This is translated into the ichcha, vasana, or the craving. No, there will not be no such thing. On the contrary, there will not be any gruna. There will not be any aversion to anything. It is not I want to do these things, that also will not be there. At the same time, I reject this. I do not want to do this. That also will not be there. Whatever it comes, that point of time, if they have to pick up the broom and do the jadu, go on the road, do the cleaning, they won't mind doing that. They will do it. If they want to go in the kitchen, prepare, cut the vegetables, prepare the sabji, they will do it. They will not look at any actions as inferior or superior. No, nothing superior, nothing inferior. Whatever is there, it's fine. Whatever is the need of the, they'll continue to do that. So there will not be any sankalpa or any vikalpa there. Then they have become such a purity. They have established themselves into the peace of mind. Then because of that, whatever the drishya vishaya is there, that drishya vishaya will diminish from them. Instead itself we saw how one can get from the drishya to a darshana. That there will be this drishya, there will be this outer scenery. Then there is also the inner scenery in which what we look at. But for the one who is established, that drishya, that thing and the external outgoing tendencies of that thing will not be there. They will be established them instead, just like in Brahmaloka, there is a air that flows, the vayu that flows, like that only their antakarana, their inside thing, it will be ati shital, it will be very calm and quiet. So like this Rama, the one who is established with that purna sparsha, not that purna sparsha, with that purna sparsha, if they are able to remain in that state, that point of time, they will be able to guide other people also. All the doubts, all the questions, all the wanting to know, all the wanting to do, no, or I am something, all these three things will be diminished from them. And such a people, you will see that all their doubts are removed, all their questions are dropped, and they are the people who are really able to guide people. They are the people who are able to answer people's questions. They are the people, by their words, people feel that calmness. They are the people who are able to answer the question and remove that questions from people's mind and make them feel calm. They are the people who are able to uplift the energy that we say it's a prana shakti. They are the people who are able to uplift that prana shakti. They are the people who are able to make people that quietness, that silence of within. This is exactly what we see in Gurudev, right? We see all these qualities. The people go in their vicinity, people sit with them and do the meditation, people listen to him, and then suddenly they feel that space element. Suddenly they feel that hollow and empty. Suddenly, for no reason, they feel happy. They feel quiet. They feel love. No, that suddenly when you go with the people, object, situation, suddenly you feel that nobody loves you, and here you in the master present, you feel love, you feel being taken care. All these things, all such things will be there in the presence of the master, like this. So if you see it from the different logics, if you see the shrutis and smrutis, and in all these things, different yuktis, different logic that has been explained regarding these things, it is the same Chaitanya, it is the same consciousness which has expanded itself into the different world. So if you look at it from that Sakshi Bhava, that Samyaka Yathartha Jnana, that is, then automatically these kalpanas, this hallucination, this things which appears outside in the form of real things will continuously, automatically, it will diminish, and you will be able to establish yourself with yourself. So like this, there are some tarkas. No, let me tell you few more things. I already told you some of them. Let me tell you few more such logics which will really able to help you to remain into that state. So he says that if you look at it from the perspective of this Atma Samvida, means the awareness about your own self, the Swarupa of that, the form of that, and then this Jagata Swarupa. So he says that this Rama, if you look at it, that Atma Samvida, that self-realization, and it's spread. It is not, okay, it's there as the time. So he says that how does the light which spreads, the light spreads just like that, fraction of second, or just in few seconds it spreads across the, like that only. When that Atma Sakshatkara is there, the Atma, it spreads, like it is even subtle and more faster. Even we know the speed of light, we know the speed of the dhvani, sound. It is even 1,000 times, million times more faster than it. Just boom, just like a big bang. It's like a just big bang happened, and then there is this universe. It's not that, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. It's not like that. It's just like a big bang that can happen. Like that Atma Chattva is there, that samvid, that jani, that awareness about that thing is just like that. No, it's even lesser than the eye blinks. No, lesser than that, this Atma Tattva, that self-realization can dawn. And then the same Atma Tattva, it spreads itself into these different forms, different names. No, that is what is, even though it's an illusion, even though it's a Maya, it appears to be there in the form of name and fame, and all the name and its form, different objects that we see here. But if you really see it from the perspective of your Atma Tattva, it's the same thing that is there. Just like that, the gold and alankara, the jewelry, how does one really see the different forms in the alankaras, in the jewelry? But at the end of the day, it's only one gold. It is exactly the same kind of situation. And in that awareness, there is a Sakshi Bhava. There is that ultimate observer who is looking at the things, that he just considered them as only Bhranti, just an illusion. So he said that if that, so he continued to explain Rama, if you see that if the outward world things, that things which are appear, that forms which are appear, no, that are in reality, if they are asatya, they are not real, though, then how does that actually come into picture? And then if you look at it from the pratyaksha anumana, pratyaksha, etc., why we are not able to explain the exact swarupa of that? Then that pramana, that proof, whatever is there, why that proof is not there, and from where that a question of that day being real comes into picture. So he says that if you look at any things outside, whatever the way it appears, the root of that is that one Sakshi Bhava, that one observer, ultimate observer, which is looking at it, and it is that awareness which is there. It is that Sutradhara, it is the one who is the controller of that thing. Other than that, there is no other experience. There is nothing else that can really one experience in this world. That Sakshi Bhava is there, that itself is take itself into the form of this Brahma, this illusive nature of this world. That is where it comes. So if you look at it from the perspective of scriptures also, and you see it from that perspective also, it will also tell you the same thing, that the same Sakshi Bhava, same that self-consciousness, same that thing which is in the form of awareness, that thing itself will start appearing itself into the form of these different things which is there, and that is how then it starts breathing. So I'll say that Chaitanya which is there, that awareness which is there, when it really want to come here and express itself, automatically it will come into the form of Drashta, Drishya, Darshan. It will be there, Jnata, Jnana, there, all these things. In this form, it will start performing its action. But if you, at the end of the day, if you see it, that is only possible because there is a Chaitanya. There is an iota of that Chaitanya, that awareness, that consciousness is present in that. Because of that, only they are able to do that. Otherwise, they won't be able to do any such thing. He says, Rama, if you see it from the perspective of the Atma, the self, and its Svabhava, and the different things that you see outside, that Kalpana, the imagination of that, if you do like this, then only there will be Sukha and Dukkha. Then there will be Kalpana, there will be such Dvandvas, such duality that will come into picture, you'll experience in this Sansara Dukkha. This misery in the world, you'll be able to see that. And if you remain calm within yourself, if you are able to establish yourself with yourself, then that point of time, this Moksha Sukha, this the one, the Satchidananda, that Paramananda, that bliss is what you will be able to experience. And how that will happen? It will happen by the Viveka Buddhi. That power of discrimination that arise, that Viveka, that Pragya, that vision of Sakshi Bhava, ultimate observer, is that will happen. This is what you contemplate on, and this is what you make a firm understanding about this, and you establish yourself into that. That is what is worth doing. Then he says that, okay, there is this Abheda, and then there is Kalpanik Bheda. Now this imagination and duality that is created, that's Siddhi. How does that happen? So he says that if you look at it from the perspective of Chinmatra, and you look at it from the perspective of this Vishwa, this universe, and there comes this Desha, Kala. Desham is the boundary, Kala is the time, etc., etc. In this thing, the things world appears to be real because of all this thing, yet some things appears real, something appears to you unreal. By when you look at the things, why does these things happen? Why do they appear as real sometimes, and why do they appear unreal sometimes? What is the reason behind this? So the one who says it is just a sapeksha, it is just a relative in nature, something which is there for smaller time frame. For example, your bacteria which takes go into your body, they come and then they go, they take birth and then they go, just like that. So, like that, some things in relation to that, something which stays for a longer time. What appears to us, that we think that is the Satya, because for you, from your perspective, it is there from such a long time. You say that, look, that is there, it is there from last 20 years. Look at that Taj Mahal, it is there from so many years. So it is real. Why? From you, your perspective, that time frame appears to you such a long time frame. So you say that is truth. But again, that is just very relative in nature. If you look at it from the different perspective, 1 hour spent on the planet which is near the black hole, here 7 years are already passed. So just one day there is passed, how many here entire life is passed on here already. So if you see from that perspective of time frame, to that point of time, will this appear that whatever the existence of your will appear to them long enough? No, because it is not long enough. This is just 1 day has passed. What is it that you see? Here you'll say 100 days passed already, 100 years passed already. So he says this is something that in this wish also, something which is bigger than something, it will appear as if it is permanent for them. Because it will say it's all there. I have been looking at it from all the time, it is there. No, even the stars and all that, it's been there from such a long time, it's there. They will think it's permanent. But is that really permanent? It is also not permanent in nature. So like that, it happens with the things, that something which appears to you in some particular form for such a more time, it will think that that is what it is. So it's like that frog which is there inside the well. It feels this is what is the universe. Come on, what is that you are telling me? There is a universe outside. I am looking at this universe from so many years. I'm here in this well. Look at it. This is the boundary. There is nothing else other than this. That frog will be so firm about its own opinion about the universe. It is there is nothing. The one which bacteria which take birth inside your stomach and dies over there, throughout his life, all that he is seeing is your body. That's it. And you will say there is nothing else in this universe. This is the only thing that exists. So this is very, very relative in nature, such that like this Bheda Buddhi, that discrimination about good and bad, that discrimination about real and real unforms, and it is purely because of just that sapekshata, that relativity that is there. Because of this only all these things appears to be so real to you, but in reality they are not real. They are just unreal. It's just not possible. The moment you close your eyes, the outside drishya, that padartha, does that seems to exist? No. Take an example of there are two people standing over it. The one person is dreaming and the other person is standing over it. Does the person who is dreaming about the person, that person is aware that this person is dreaming about him or her? They are not aware. But this person is just fantasizing. That person is not at all aware. No? So the other person that other person not be thinking about somebody else, but the person who is sitting next to him will be able to know that what he is thinking, what he is dreaming about. He will not be able to know, because see, their existence are totally different here. They are in a totally different realm. So they will not be able to experience what they. So whatever this person is thinking in his thought, is that real? It's just a mithya, it's just an illusion, it's just a dream, it's just a fantasy that that person is fantasizing. From where does that reality will experience? No, but for that person, what he is dreaming, he is dreaming about that. For that, it will appear so real. He will say, yes, yes, that person is there in front of me. I'm hugging that person. For them, it will appear very real. They will think that is real. And if that state continues for longer time, they'll say, this is the real. That's it. There's nothing else that is real. Something which is totally unreal, person will hold on to it. They will hang on to it. And because of such things which you are holding on to, unreal world, considering it as real, is the real root cause of your misery. But the moment you come to yourself and you realize, oh, this was just like a dream, this is just relatively it appears to be real to me. In reality, you see it from a different viewpoint. This doesn't even exist. It appears that, okay, this much of time is there, this much of distance is there. You just go and see it from some perspective. It doesn't even doesn't appear like even a spot where the distance has gone, that boundaries, that desha, where it is gone. You just, even the earth also doesn't look like a point. So it's just a viewpoint. The viewpoint you change, it will appear unreal to you. You say that somebody who is so far away, the one who can't even see that earth, and if you tell that earth exists, what will they say? Come on, I have never seen earth. How can it exist? For them, it will not exist. But then for you, you are staying here for such a long time. You say, come on, can't you see that I am staying here? So many people have been staying here. So many thousands of years are passed here. This earth is real. How can you say that it's unreal? It is real. Look at it. But the one who is there, like this n number of earths have, they are not even aware about it. For them, it will just appear unreal to them. No, so it's really important. This, how does this Bhed Buddhi, how does this duality actually comes into picture in all this world, and then why it is so rational, why it becomes so difficult for us to say something this world as unreal, because you have been looking at the same thing again and again and again and again. It's the same thing, and then according to your perspective, it has been there from such a long time. It is there only. So you say it's real. So like this, if you see it from a perspective of this Brahma, the Shiva Avastha, and the Jagat thing, they both thing can be experienced at the same time, at a time. So if you say that there is a person who is sleeping, is completely sleeping, and that point of time, if they are experiencing a dream over there. So like at that time, if they are seeing a dream in their thing, are they experiencing the Sushupti Avastha? Are they experiencing that deep sleep that point of time? No, they are not experiencing because they are dreaming. So if the dream is there, deep sleep is not there. The one who is in the deep sleep, are they able to experience the Jagruta Avastha or the Swapna Avastha? No, they are not experiencing Jagrut. They are not experiencing Swapna because they are in a completely deep sleep. They don't even know who they are. That point of time, they are in a completely deep sleep. Like this. Here, but the one who is established into Brahman, the one who is established into itself, that point of time, if you see the Jagruta person, and he is there, and he is there in the Swapna Avastha, and he is in the Jagruta Avastha, he is able to experience that both the things at a time. If somebody is fantasizing and Jagruti, is able to experience that I am fantasizing, like this. So the one who is actually have experienced that Brahma Sakshatkara, that self-realization, that point of time, such a Jivan Mukta, such a person, they are able to see the Brahma and the Jagat, no? At a time they can able to experience that, because when they look at the unreal world, in that things also, they do not see anything else other than Brahma. They see the same Atma, same Chaitanya, same thing everywhere, omnipresence and omnipotent at all the time, everywhere. They do not see anything other than Shiva, anything other than Brahma, anything other than the Atma, Chaitanya, awareness, whatever you say, it's really material. They do not see anything else other than that. So like such, the Jivan Mukta, like such, they are there. So if they do not have awareness about this prapancha means this Jagat, if they do not have an awareness of this, then they will not be able to even guide the Agyanis, the one who are ignorant, and that Jiva, this Upadesha, whatever this knowledge that will come, this Shabda that will come, that they will not be, this is so important Karya, Mahatva Karya, that they keep on doing it. If that thing does not exist, there is no awareness about the unreal world, they will not be able to uplift the people. They will not be able to even guide the people. They will have to come here. They will have to use the word. They will have to be here. They will have to be there present in the people. And that thing which can uplift the people, that important seva, that service to the humanity also will not be able to do that. So like that, this Jnani, the wise one, he knows that this is Dvaita, this is a duality. What I am doing is actually duality. No, yet they do not get entangled with that. No, asakti will not be there, cravings will not be there towards their actions, towards their speech, towards things. No, this is such an important concept. No, कि they do, तो करते सब कुछ, लेकिन वो अंदर से पूरी तरह से इस तरह से अपने आप में स्थित होते हैं ना, कि बिल्कुल उनके मुख से वाणी निकलते वो भी पूरी शांत है, अपने कोई अग्रेसिवनेस नहीं है, कुछ भी चीज समझाने के लिए, कुछ भी चीज बताने के लिए, there is no feverishness left, there is no show off in them. No, वो बिल्कुल ऐसे ही शांत भाव से, they have infinite patience, पूरे ऐसे infinite patience आप उनमें देखते हैं. they are there for you. इस तरह से वो सारी चीजों को करते रहते हैं, लेकिन अपने चित्त की पर्सपेक्टिव से देखे, अपने चित्त में होके देखो, बिल्कुल एक शारदीय जो मेघ होता है, बिल्कुल शांत जो होता है, उस तरह से वो अपने आप को शांत पाते हैं. और उसी शांति का अनुभव उनके सानिध्य में जब होते हो, जब उनको सुनते हो, उनको उनके साथ होते हो, तो उसी प्रेम का, उसी आनंद का, उसी शांति का अनुभव बाकी के सारे लोग, आजू बाजू के लोग भी उसको वहां पे देखते करते. तो गुरुदेव के साथ हमको यही अनुभव हमें भी होता है. तो बोलते ऐसे ही स्मरण रूप जो कल्पना होती है, उसके अंदर जो उनका संग्राम रूप करने के चलते रहता है, तो जीवन मुक्त के जो जगत अनुभव होते हैं, बोलते यही स्वरूप होते हैं. उसको तुम ना तो सत कह सकते हो ना असत कह सकते हो. बिल्कुल वो होता भी है, दिखाई भी देता है, वो बिहेव भी करते हैं, तो दोनों भी चीजें वहां पे नहीं होती है ना, बिल्कुल ऐसे. तो वो इन बिटवीन समवेयर, शब्दों के बीच में, दो इन बिटवीन वर्ड्स देयर इज अ नॉलेज, इन बिटवीन द थिंग्स, इन बिटवीन द एक्शंस देयर इज दैट अवस्था. नो, इन बिटवीन द ब्रेथ देयर इज दैट शिव अवस्था. दे आर एबल टू एक्सपीरियंस दैट, एंड वी डू एक्सपीरियंस सच थिंग, सच ए thing that is completely anirvachaniya. If you really ask someone to express that, they find the words are very limited to express that. No, that is something which is atindriya, something which is beyond senses. Yeah. Okay, so they will continue to experience that peace of mind in every session. They will not lose that smile, whatever it comes. No, they'll continue to be in their self. That is what the sthiti is. So if you see that, if from the perspective there is a seed, how does that seed actually in the avyakta rupa carries the entire tree? The beach, the root of that thing is there in the that seed, that entire vruksha, that entire tree. The seed, that sperm is there, such a small tiny sperm, and yet it will carry all your DNA. That your small DNA will carry all your characteristics. It will have that, that stool sharira, all the characteristics of that in such a small sperm. Like that only, that amurta Shiva, that one does not have any akara there. That amurta Shiva also can hold this entire jagat in itself, can also hold this entire. So this entire jagat, this entire universe is not outside Shiva. It is there inside. It is there in just like that. That entire vruksha, that bigger tree is there, in that small seed. Like that thing. When someone says like that, there is nothing wrong in that. So he says that like that jala dravya is there. That if suppose there is a ocean is there and there is a whirlpool that is going on. Now to our side, it appears that there is a whirlpool. If you see it from the perspective, it will appear to you as a whirlpool. But in reality, is that whirlpool and that water is different than each other? No, that whirlpool is not there. What remains is just a water. Whirlpool is going on, still there is just a water. So it is that jala tattva that is there in that jala. It is the same tattva, it is that same chaitanya which is omnipresent, omnipotent everywhere. At a time, it is present everywhere. How is it possible? At a time, it is present everywhere. That is the reason it is chaitanya. That is the reason that awareness is there everywhere at a time. That's the reason it's called as that thing, that like that only, that vishaya, sankalpa, buddhi, ahamta, in that paramatma svabhavata, that itself is not there. That doesn't seems to be there in that. No, so even if they take any form in the form of things which appears, that same chaitanya will be there everywhere. And such a people who are established in such chaitanya, their vyavahara, their sukha dukkha, vyavahara, janma marana, birth and death, all these things they will continue to do that. But matra, only and only they will remain in that satta swarup, the keval satta swarup, that thing which is thing itself as akarta, non-doership, and they will continue there. So they will see that in the padartha, in the vyavara, in the words that they will use, all that their indriya, etc., that thing, it will be purely driven by only and only that chidatma. This inspiration will come from only and only that chidatma. So if you look at it, take an example of mridanga or a dholki or any instrument for that matter. If you see that, do they create a noise or the music on their own? He says no, they don't do it or something. But there is somebody else who does and then play that, and the same mridanga, same dholki, same anything for that matter, it will start producing different music. How is that? So same thing, how it will go like that. If you say that, it will depend upon the one who is driving it, right? It will depend upon the vadak, that the one who is playing, the musician. They will play and they will create sound like that. No, this is, it's exactly same thing here. Like that, these different things that appears to be there, they appear to be doing different music, different words, different forms. Yet the one who is playing it is that chaitanya. The one who is doing is that ultimate observer. That is that what your atma is. That is what your self is, which is happening, which is doing all these things. And like that, the Jagat Rupa, like, see there, he's giving so many logics. Something, because this is the buddhi that stops us from experiencing. This is that ahankara sense of iota of I-ness, that karta bhav, which doesn't allow us to be with ourselves. So here Vashishtha Muni is clearing, it is that cleansing is happening. Now, at each levels of our existence, that cleansing is happening and is making us establish ourselves into ourselves. No, so beautiful. No, so beautiful. He said that like this, He Rama, that whatever that Brahma, that Vashishtha Brahma Vani, like that this Vani is also coming. These words are also coming my mouth. If you see, they are purely, they are also Brahma only. They are no longer different than that Brahma, this Brahma Vani only, that I am also. So if you really ask me again who you are, I'll again and again I'll say that I am Keval and Keval Brahma. I'm same, that I'm in completely established in Shiva Avastha all the time. Now in this Vani also, the word that which are coming, they're only purely coming because so that you can experience this. No? They're just to uplift you to that thing, to uplift you to the level of you also experiencing that Brahma Tattva, that Shiva Tattva. That is what is this Vani, this Sansara, this Jiva, that Spandan, that vibration that is coming up here. No, that is not anything other than that Brahman, that Shiva. It is the same. This Vani is also flowing through. This words which is flowing through. No, it's also the same Brahman. And in that Brahma only, I am just giving you some advice. These things are coming out of, some words are coming out of me. If you see, some people see it from a perspective, okay, I am Vashishtha, I am speaking those words, but they let them see. It's okay, it's their opinion. Let them look at me in that perspective. But if I don't have any kartavya with them, it's okay. Let them be with their own opinion. But if you see in that Atma, in that thing which is there is no iota of I that exists there. Even in this Upadesha also, there is no Vyavahara. There is no give and take. Okay, I am giving you Upadesha. In return, you give me some feeds. Give me something out of it. There is no such expectations. No, there is no Vyavahara that is involved here. In this Sarva Brahma Saptam, whatever is there in this Vani, is also Brahmarup only. And as if it is coming out of my own, it is only for you. That is what is it. So like this is that one which is Viveka Shunya, that Punya Karma, that Phal also. So he continued to explain now other things that people keep on doing. He says that if that Viveka is not there, if that wisdom, that wisdom is not yet dawned, then the ignorant people, come what may, they keep on doing many such things. The person who is thinking that there is this Bandha and Moksha, and then if something thinks that they are bondage, then they are bound. If they think that they are free, they are free. No, so it's just a thing, just a viewpoint, that drishtikon that is required for them. So people will see that thing, that if there is no viveka, then what is the use of this? There is dhana, you have money, then you have mitra, you have so many friends. In this kriya, you are doing so many actions. All these things, they are of not any use to you if that viveka is not there. No, then anything else other than that, if that viveka is not there, then you do the Deva Puja, then you do the Japa, you go to the Tirtha Yatra, go on a pilgrimage, you do the donation, dana, etc., etc. So many things if you do, and if there is no vivek in that while doing that, such things are of no use. You keep on doing any such things, it will not help you. It might just give you some temporary fruit of that, but yet that will not help you to self-realize you. So like this Rama, you really get to work towards that buddhi, towards that viveka, towards that pragya, that awareness, that sajjata that will dawn you. It is really worth. Put your efforts there and be there. Continue to establish yourself into that Atma Sthiti by only such things, that vasanas, those cravings, that vikaras, that will really diminish, and your chitta will become prasanna. You will experience the trupti, like that. So this is the real yatna. If you want to do the prayatna, you want to do the purusha, put your efforts towards this, not the other things. No, that shama, rupa amrita, that nectar of shama, that different yoga, this different of viveka, that thing, you make it firmly established. Again and again, contemplate on this. Again and again, you firmly establish that this is what is there. Because of then, it will not become shush, it will not become dry. You will not forget this. all the time, that darshana, that drishya that is there, looking at that, use the darshana technique and establish it. So automatically, if you establish yourself with all the other things such as lajja, the shyness, bhaya, fear, vishad, irsha, jealousy, no, sukha dukkha, etc. All these things you will be win over them. You'll be able to go over them just like that. It will be there once you are able to establish yourself with yourself. No? So that is what is said. So this is the tattva dhyana, this vasana akshay, this craving, dropping these cravings. Yesterday we saw dropping the ichchas, dropping these cravings. That is the real thing. But he says that till that point of time, if you are doing, do that Atma Rupa, that Parameshwara, continue to do the upasana of that. So he says that do this. If you do that Atma Bhava, that Paramatma is there, if you want to do the upasana of that, you continue to do that. That is also absolutely fine. Continue to do that. There is nothing wrong in doing that. Like that, see, doing this continuously practice of this vichara, this shama, satsanga, etc., using all this. So you do the puja, don't do the puja with the flowers, do the puja with these samagri, these shata sampatti, these things. Remove that ignorance with those pushpa, with those flowers of different sattva gunas. You do your puja, do the puja of your own self, that atma sakshatkara. That point of time only you will be able to do that viveka, Shama, Santosha, etc. Using that samagri, you do the offer the prayers to your Atma, like that. So he says that now you come on, you wake up. No, all this bondage, all these things there, which seems to be caught and getting you caught into all these things, you throw that away now. It's enough is enough. You just throw that away. This avidya rup, this sansara which is there, full of this ignorance in this sansara, this vidya rup, this paramatattva, that's the only thing worth understanding in this. And you go and hold on to it and become calm. No, in this sansara, don't go and keep on experiencing those kleshas, those dukkhas, those miseries which you keep on going and repenting and regretting and making your face frowny and continue to express and go and experience all that vikaras and adis and vedis. He says enough is enough. Don't continue to experience. Don't bhog. So bhogo mat bolte, bahut ho gaya, enough ho gaya. So like this, in this atishan, this sansar aranya, he says address to everybody. He says, hey, all the manavano, hey, all the human beings, why are you getting stuck? Why that drama, that hallucination has dawned in you? It is not worth. Leave it behind. Leave it, drop it. No, don't run after this, that small temporary pleasures of your five senses, six senses that is doing you all this misery. That thing, don't spend your life. Don't that ayusha, don't spend it like this. No, it's not worth. Look at it. See that you have come in the human form. It is something to be known who you are. It is something to experience who you are. Like that, don't spend your life in doing all these small mundane pleasures that you seek out of science. Don't do that. No? Always remain your drishti things, that vivek buddhi, which will be able to help you to do the dasha, to destroy these things. No? All the outward going tendencies of your life, to ichchas, all these things will help there. So like that thing, he says, Rama, this is what is worth doing in your life. You continue to establish yourself into that, and then break this cage of this cage which is there. No? Just like the cage which is there for the birds, that cage is there. Like that cage, you are stuck into this cage here. It's time to break that cage and go and make yourself free. Be free, and make others free as well. In that parakashta, with that parakashta is a bhakti, prem ki parakashta. No, the extreme pinnacle of love is bhakti. No? So it's the extreme pinnacle of knowledge is that parakashta, is what is self-realization, is what is enlightenment. This is be in that, establish yourself in that. With that thing, we conclude our chapter. I'll also take a pause here. I'd like to hand over this session to all of you. If you have any question, You are welcome to express your question. If you have anything to say, you want to contribute something, you are welcome to do that. Unmute option is already been made available to you. Over to you all. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev Devlina ji. Thank you so much for that expression. Sangeeta ji, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Any questions we can go ahead, or then otherwise I can share. So that was the point I was waiting for. Okay, so today's session was really very amazing, and all we could hear all the Brahmagyani, how they are and how they behave and everything like that. So it is very nice. You can just have that, that after self-realization, yeah, that is that Atma Samvedana that we have, that a person has after coming up to all that, when he comes up, jab ye sab kuch nash ho jata hai, that everything, that dwand which is there in our mind, that is all what we have been seeing actually, the, thinking, mental conditioning, imaginations are all meaningless and are only the things that you go ahead with, but then they are very natural with everything what comes up. That is the beautiful point. They're so natural without any ego sense. And then they don't go to the sorrows, misfortunes of the life that is rooted in. They don't go into that also, but they rest in their sense experience and thinking. So that sense experience that they have sensed, that experience, that Brahman, they are stit in that. To stit is the thing, that firmly established is the thing. That was very beautiful. And they go out of all their, of course, latent tendencies and everything, and mental conditions. Everything is gone. There is nothing than the pure consciousness. So they come from that pure void that is in the space, that pure void, that is no thing, that is that nothing what they come out from. Actually it is no thing. Means there is nothing, no thing is there. It's only that just space, and that is what is pure consciousness. And that leads, arises, it comes up only the light of observation. That is that light within which, that is a self knowledge which we had just now, is that is the reflection of the true self. And then in that they are constantly, they come from there, just like as the pots which are there made up of the clay. Everywhere there is clay everywhere, isn't it? It's just independent there. You cannot see the pot that exists independently out of out of that clay, but the pots are the modifications of that clay. So objects of consciousness, they are not different from consciousness as objects of consciousness. Just a minute. Um, okay. So consciousness is the common factor in the subject and the predicate, that is a knowing. So the common factor is the consciousness. So everywhere, everything, every little thing is filled up with all that consciousness which is there. So is it oth prot? It's that Brahman. It's like that. And then one more thing which I liked is that they're playing the role. The playing the role is very, very much, at the need of that moment, what is there. So you cannot say ki he's right or he's wrong, it just goes on. It just goes on as naturally as it comes. The flow comes, it goes on. The behavior is also according to the situation. There is no iota of that karta bhav in that, in him. No action is inferior or superior, you can say. It is just a balanced state of mind that is going on. And of course, those who are self-realized, of course, they don't have any thought to be hold on. So therefore they are not a doer, and not the sufferer. So they acquire a perfect control, of the mind. So I would like to go with this first takeaway. There are plenty more, of course, in this session. So I would like to hand over it to anyone else who would like to go ahead with this. And with that, thank you, Someshwarji, for letting me express myself. Over to you all. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.
When Sangeeta ji was speaking, that was so beautiful. No? That was a very good takeaway. He says, it's no thing. What I am, what we are, it's nothing. Nothing means it's not thing. It's koi vastu nahi hai. It's no thing. And that's the reason it's nothing. No? That is really, I got, it's very good to remember it like that. That four जो आपने किया ना दो शब्द का, nothing, no thing. It's not a thing. How can it be anything actually? So it's no thing, so nothing. That was very good, fantastic. और किसी को अपने आप को व्यक्त करना है, जरूर आप अनम्यूट होके व्यक्त कर सकते हैं. You can unmute yourself and you will be able to express yourself. हाँ रमा जी बोलो.
We always know that consciousness is not bounded by time, place, and also object. That means Sangeeta ji has expressed now that consciousness is not the object, it is the subject. Because body and mind are object. Okay. And then which is subject? The consciousness. The consciousness is the subject. I have a confusion about this, but after the telling of Sangeeta ji, now consciousness is not the object, it is the subject, and it is everywhere. It is not bounded also by time. Consciousness is here now and then also, and consciousness is also in this place and also in your place. So consciousness is that three factors is important: time, place, and boundedness. So I have some not such so clear idea. After the speech of Sangeeta ji, then I have no confusion, and I am very, very happy that I am in this session, and I am also happy. यार कोई expression नहीं है मेरे पास. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.
That is the reason this expression is very important. So संगीता ने express किया, उन्होंने कुछ चीजें बताई, मुझे कुछ सीखने को मिला, आपको भी कुछ सीखने को मिला. That is why this manthan, this chintan manthan, it's so important. It's because of these things. We get to the different dimensions, how to look at things from a different perspective, and then that clears up our doubts, if any.
Yes. I have heard that consciousness is not the object; it is always subject, and brain, memory, intellect, all these are object, and it is the reflected image of our consciousness which we can see all this unreal world real.
Right. So there are multiple such things. So even those words also which we are using, they are also avidya only. But what to do? It's like explain silence. We have to use words. So this is what is that. Because whatever we actually speak and whatever we say, they are not complete truth actually. So it's in those words there is a knowledge. So it is just that experience and experience. That's it. Words cannot express that experience.
Cannot be expressed.
It cannot be expressed. But still we put an attempt so that something will be there, some fun for us to live this life here, express ourselves, do some actions.
I am asking you a question. Is this book Swami Venkatasananda ji, The Supreme Yoga?
Yes, but this book, if you read Ramaji, on your own, it will be very confusing. Means at least I got feedback from at least 50 people that the one who are referring to this smaller version of the book, they will thoroughly confuse themselves because there is no background. They will tell you direct concept without any proper background of the story, without setting any. It's like that. It's like that. Okay, it will say to you, you know why? Okay, it's there. There is this story is there. There is this horror
I
story.
also think that Hindi book. That Hindi book, Dr. Badrinath Kapoor.
It's a good idea to refer that
Yes.
instead of
Supreme Yoga.
version of the book. Na? See, that smaller version of the book will help you once you have gone through this session, once you have read through it, the one fully, the bigger version, then that after that, if you read it, then probably that concept will start making sense. Otherwise, initially तो बहुत सारे लोग उस बुक को उठाते हैं और पढ़ते ही नहीं पूरा, वो छोड़ देते हैं इसको. But it doesn't make sense. वो इतना rational है ना, it doesn't make any sense. So it's a good idea to read the bigger version. So which you are even, it's a good idea. Or if you go in English itself, same author, same name, but it will be the bigger version of that. Read that.
Okay.
It's same author, same Swami. There is a bigger version. You please, that's a good idea. If the one who wants to read it in English, please do that. That PDF is also available. If you need it, just ping me. I will be able to give it to you.
It will take a long time. All these practices take a long time.
This knowledge work entire lifetime.
Long last.
बाकी what else we have to do? And you look, ऐसे ही हमने सोचा था. Actually, when Yatin conducted this session, he said that I have been doing it from last 12 years and all this. Anyway, we have gone through this and we are here coming sharing, and you listen to the people's experience, what transformation this knowledge has brought into them. तो अपने ऊपर है, आपके पुरुषार्थ के ऊपर है कि आप किस ये इंटेंसिटी कैसे होनी चाहिए पता है क्या? किसी को पकड़ के ना उसको पानी में डाल दो और उसको तैरना नहीं आता है, तो वो भी जान बचाने के लिए किस तरह से क्या करेगा ना, वो
हाथ पैर फैलाएगा.
अरे ऐसे तरे बिल्कुल, मतलब कुछ नहीं सोचेगा उसको उस वक्त. बोलते इस इंटेंसिटी से हाथ पैर मारो ना, फिर तो आ जाएगा, फिर तो हो जाएगा, हो जाता है.
There are so many stories ना, there are so many stories. If we cattle the stories, only the knowledge, then what will be happen?
मेरे को प्रश्न नहीं समझ में आया, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
There are so many stories in Yog Vaashishtha.
हाँ हाँ.
Stories, जैसे Kagbasundi, so many stories in that book. हाँ. If we cattle the stories and only the knowledge, then what will happen?
हाँ, it will create confusion, because यदि मैं पहले ही दिन आपको बता देता हूँ कि रमा जी आप जो देख रहे हो ना, वो आपका जो बच्चा जो है ना, वो बच्चा रियल नहीं है. मेरा बच्चा रियल नहीं है, कैसे क्या बोला? It will not make sense actually. You will think ये पागल हो गया है, he has lost his mind and let him be. छोड़ो उसको, नहीं समझ में आएगा. मतलब something which is very rational, something which is very, इस concept को जो हमने संस्कार जो बना लिए ना, इसको तोड़ना इतना आसान नहीं. तो why those stories, why इतना सब कुछ क्यों प्रयत्न किया है? Because Vashishtha knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He knows how one is stuck in this. So he is putting all the efforts, all the possible efforts he's putting. Our efforts of how many hours? Hardly. कितने घंटे डाले हमने? आज 127वां दिन था, 127 सेशन. If you see when each session last 2 hours, और भी 2 hours भी कभी नहीं होते. If you see it's 2 hours, कितने घंटे डाले जिंदगी के? हाँ, उससे तो कई हजार गुना ज्यादा सो गए आप, सोने में गुजार दिए. So अपने लिए खुद के लिए कुछ, it's nothing. This is work.
In Yog Vaashishtha there are 3,200 shlokas, sutras.
32,000.
32,000. मतलब
32,000 shlokas are there.
Yes.
So इतना सब कुछ ज्ञान हमें अगर इतने कम समय में मिल रहा है, तो we should thank Gurudev for bringing this knowledge.
And all this knowledge, that's Patanjali Yog Sutra, और क्या जो नारद भक्ति सूत्र and Yog Vaashishtha and Gita and Bhagavad, all are interlinked. All all says the same thing.
Yes. No, Yog Vaashishtha contains the saransh.
Sar. Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much for that, Ramaji. और किसी को अपने आप को व्यक्त करना है क्या? Anybody else would like to express them? सरिता जी बोलिए.
Yes. हम अपने आत्म स्थिति को प्राप्त करना ही हमारे जीवन का लक्ष्य होना चाहिए.
पुरुषार्थ का तो हिस्सा ही बता दिया है ना, धर्म, अर्थ, काम और मोक्ष. बोलते छोटी छोटी इच्छाओं की कामना होती है, अपने गोल्स हो सकते हैं लाइफ में, कोई बात नहीं, रखो. किसी को आईएएस ऑफिसर बनना है, किसी को बिजनेसमैन बनना है, बोलते वो कामनाएं, धर्म, अर्थ, काम, कामनाएं, वो रखो कामनाएं, बट उसको बड़े गोल के साथ एसोसिएट कर दो, ह्यूमैनिटी. बोलते लेकिन ये सब कुछ करते समय, सेवा करते समय, साधना करते समय, आत्मा जो मेन गोल है वो मोक्ष ही तो है, मुक्त ही तो होना है. वो तो उसको तो वो तो अपना टॉपमोस्ट प्रायोरिटी होना चाहिए. दैट शुड बी योर हाईएस्ट प्रायोरिटी. वो पुरुषार्थ का आपका हिस्सा है. टू बी दैट मुमुक्षु व्यवहारा, टू बी free. That should be your top, and that realization of that thing should be your top. So I agree with Sarita ji.
या चेतना का हमारे इससे क्या संबंध, आत्म स्थिति से क्या संबंध है? एक प्रश्न.
चेतना का आत्म स्थिति के साथ संबंध है, यही संबंध है कि जो पानी होता है ना, पानी, जो पानी का एक ग्लास में पानी है और एक पानी समुद्र में, एक पानी का दूसरे पानी के साथ क्या संबंध है? वही प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं आप कि चेतना का आत्मा के साथ क्या संबंध होता है? चेतना और आत्मा अलग अलग है ही नहीं, तो दोनों का क्या संबंध होगा? दोनों आप सिर्फ उसको अलग अलग नाम से पुकार रहे हो. क्यों पुकार रहे? जो इसलिए बिकॉज आप हम लोग जानते नहीं कि क्या है. कि वही स्थिति है कि आत्मा बोलते हैं, ब्रह्म बोलते हैं, शिव बोलते, कॉन्शियसनेस बोलते, चैतन्य बोलते, परमात्मा बोलते, आत्मा बोलते, अलग अलग नामों से पुकारते हैं जस्ट अपनी समझ के लिए. असलियत में क्या है वो कोई नहीं जानता. और ये सारे सिनोनिमस है, एक ही दूसरे के ही नाम है. तो आत्मा और चैतन्य का कोई संबंध ही नहीं है, एक ही है. क्या संबंध होगा? or the one consciousness.
अगर हम जैसे हम सेवा करते, सेवा साधना सत्संग, तो उससे हम क्या वो हमारी सेंसिटिविटी को बढ़ाता है? जरूर
200% बढ़ाता है. देखो अपनी प्राण शक्ति जो होती है, आप जब आपकी साधना करते हो तो ज्ञान टिकता है कि नहीं टिकता है? जब आप साधना नहीं करते हो, नींद नहीं ठीक से होती है, तो सारा ज्ञान कहाँ चला जाता है? फिर तो गुस्सा हो जाते हो आप, इरिटेशन आ जाता है, इंफीरियर फील करने लगता है, न्यूनगंड आ जाता है, या ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी सुपेरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स आ जाता है. ये सारे विकार आकार से जाते हैं. प्राण शक्ति लो हो जाती है तो आ जाता है प्राण शक्ति. साधना करते हो, प्राण शक्ति को ऊपर बढ़ाते हो, तो ये ज्ञान के पिलर्स है. तो फिर ये ज्ञान के पिलर्स टिकाते फिर जो हैप्पीनेस प्रोग्राम में सीखते हैं उसको एडवांस मेडिटेशन प्रोग्राम में वो टिकता क्यों है? फिर तो वही है, प्राण शक्ति को अपना बढ़ाओ. प्राण शक्ति बड़ी रहेगी तो ज्ञान काम करेगा. प्राण शक्ति नहीं बड़ी रहेगी तो कोई ज्ञान काम में नहीं आएगा. आपको पता होगा लेकिन वो इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं कर पाओगे आप.
तो ज्ञान ज्ञाता ज्ञेय में क्या अंतर है?
हाँ क्या बोलते हैं?
ये ज्ञाता ज्ञेय और एक उसमें क्या फर्क है?
हाँ बेसिकली क्या होता है कि एक तो होता है कि हाँ पहले तो लिटरल मीनिंग समझ लेते कि यहाँ पे बोला क्या है. तो यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया है? ये कि ज्ञान बोला है, माने जो जानने वाली जो चीज होती है उसको ज्ञान बोला है. देन फिर क्या बोला है कि जो ज्ञेय है, जो एक ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है जानने का, वो ज्ञेय हो गया. और ज्ञाता, ज्ञेय और ज्ञान माने एक्सपीरियंस करने वाला, वही दृष्टा दृश्य जो त्रिपुटी बोलती है ना, दृष्टा दृश्य दर्शन. माने दृष्टा माने क्या? जो देखने वाला होता है वो. ज्ञाता माने क्या? जो जानने वाला होता है वो. जानता क्या है? ज्ञान को जानता है. और जानने की जो प्रक्रिया रहती है वो, तो उसी तरह से त्रिपुटी कहते हैं इसको. तो दृष्टा दृश्य दर्शन माने दृष्टा इज द ऑब्जर्वर, दृश्य इज व्हाट इज बीन सीन, एंड द प्रोसेस ऑफ सीइंग इज दर्शन. So like that only is Jnata, Jneya and Jnana. तो त्रिपुटिया कहते हैं इसको. These are all different triputis. मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है कई दिनों के बाद यह ओपनड अप. अदरवाइज यूजुअली यू टाइप. आज आप खुल के बात कर रहे हो ना. आई एम रियली लविंग इट सरिता जी. तो अपने आप को व्यक्त करो. प्रश्न हो तो भी पूछो, कुछ टेकअवेज है तो भी बताओ, व्यक्त करो अपने आप. इट विल गिव यू, it will help you to firmly establish that, and it will also help not establishing wrong concept. नहीं तो फिर सुनेंगे wrong concept बना लेंगे, उसी को carry forward करेंगे, तो वो भी नहीं.
भैया एक चिंतन शक्ति में जो 25 इयर्स का एक लड़की हो, है ना, उसका जो चिंतन शक्ति एंड 60 इयर्स का जो ओल्ड एज लेडी, उसका जो चिंतन शक्ति, दोनों में डिफरेंस आएगी.
इसका एज के साथ उतना ज्यादा लेना देना नहीं है. इसका रिलेशन है कि दोनों का, जो 25 साल की बच्ची है उसके पूर्व संस्कार का बैगेज क्या है, और जो 60 साल के उनका बैगेज क्या है, उसके फर्क करता है. तभी तो मैं 4 साल की उम्र में गुरुदेव ने गीता कैसे रिसाइट कर, कैसे हो सकता है? नहीं हो सकता अदरवाइज. होता है, there is something, some baggage is there, तो उसका भी प्रभाव पड़ता है. और फिर गुरु की शक्तिपात हो जाता है, तो शक्तिपात से भी अपने आप ही आ जाता है. ऐसे ही कई सारे लोग ऐसे ही हो जाते हैं, अनुभव कर लेते हैं उस मुक्ति का, मोक्ष का, तो फिर नॉलेज अपने आप आ जाता है. उसका एज से कुछ रिलेशन नहीं. आप संत ज्ञानेश्वर देखो भाई, कई सारे देखो ना, छोटे छोटे बच्चे ही तो थे जब आत्मज्ञानी बने. तो हो सकता है एज का कोई ऐसा बहुत ज्यादा रिलेशन नहीं है. कई सारे इग्नोरेंट है जिनका बड़ा बड़ा एज होता है, देखो कैसे फनीली बिहेव करते हैं. एज के साथ नहीं लेना देना है. वो ही है कि प्राण शक्ति बढ़ी रहती है तो सब अच्छा बिहेव करते हैं, प्राण शक्ति कम हो जाती है तो सब फनी बिहेव करते हैं,
सब नकार कर देते हैं जब प्राण शक्ति बढ़ी.
हाँ.
यस, एक प्रश्न है मेरा, कर्म का. हेलो, जय गुरुदेव.
हाँ जय गुरुदेव, बोलिए.
कर्म का हमारे आत्म स्थिति से क्या संबंध है?
कर्म का आपके आत्म स्थिति के साथ संबंध ये है कि आत्म जो स्थिति होती है उसमें कोई कर्म नहीं बनता है, जीरो होती है. वहां पे कर्म नाम की कोई चीज एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती है. कर्म नाम की चीज एग्जिस्ट कब करती है? जब आप इंडिविजुअल कॉन्शियसनेस में आ जाते हो, जीव भाव में आप आते हो. और कर्म माने क्या? जो आपके ऊपर जो संस्कार क्रिएट होते हैं, वह संस्कार जो चित्त के ऊपर जो संस्कार क्रिएट होते हैं वही आपके कर्म बन जाते हैं. और उन संस्कारों की वजह से उन चीजों की वजह से आपको भोगना पड़ता है, अच्छा भी और बुरा भी. पाप का भी फल भोगना पड़ता है, पुण्य भी किया तो उसको भोगने के लिए भी स्वर्ग में जाओ, देव बनो, ये बनो, वो बनो, दोनों भी भोगने पड़ते हैं. तो बोलते जो कर्म होता है उसी की वजह से जीवन मुक्ति यहाँ पे आता है. तो यदि मुक्त होना है, मोक्ष में रहना है, तो बोलते कर्म करने बंद कर दो. कर्म करने बंद कर दो का मतलब क्रिया करना बंद नहीं करना है, एक्शंस करते रहना है. उन चीजों का, एक्शंस का कोई अपने ऊपर इंप्रेशन नहीं बनने देना है. इंप्रेशन नहीं बनने दिया, इसका मतलब आप मुक्त हो गए उसी क्षण. और वो क्षण कब आएगा? बहुत ज्यादा कुछ साधना वाधना करने के बाद नहीं, अभी क्षण, इसी क्षण आप मुक्त हो. ओके, चलिए आज के इस सत्र को यहाँ पे रोक लेते हैं. कुछ और डिस्कशन करना है, यार वेलकम टू कनेक्ट विथ मी. वी कैन टॉक इवन ऑन फोन आल्सो, वन ऑन वन भी हम लोग बात कर सकते हैं. जय गुरुदेव.